हेलो।
नमो नमो Maria, नमो नमो Maria, Nutacha Namaskar, Namo Namo Maria, Namo Namo Maria, Nutacha Namaskar. Jaboti Janmage Prabhudayana, Jaboti Janmage Prabhudayana, Namo Namo Maria, Namo Namo Maria, Nutacha Namaskar. Jaboti Janmage Prabhudayana, Jaboti Janmage Prabhudayana.
Jai Shri Mataji. Today is the last day of online Sahajayoga World Tour 2020. Today we'll be touring to United States of America, Greece, Malaysia and Portugal. मलेशिया और पोर्तुगाल हाल ही में ज्वाइन हुए हैं. We really wanted to show Russia and Africa too, but the information has received so late. So maybe in this month, any of the Sunday, we'll be covering South Africa, Russia, and any other country if you want to join. After visiting to these 4 countries today, at the last, we'll be visiting a very small country. We'll not tell you the name, but एक ऐसा देश आज हम विजिट करने वाले हैं इतना छोटा देश फिर भी सहयोग, वो देखने के बाद सबके रोंगटे खड़े हो गए कि क्या यहां पर भी सहयोग है। लेट्स प्रे एंड सीक द परमिशन फ्रॉम श्री माता जी। विथ फोल्डेड हैंड्स विल प्रे टू श्री माता जी। श्री माता जी, आपकी परम कृपा में 23 दिसंबर से शुरू हुई ये सहज यात्रा आपने हमें घर पर बिठाए, इतने सरलता से अलग अलग देशों में करा ली है। हम आपके ऋणी हैं। श्री माता जी, इस वर्ल्ड टूर का आज का ये अंतिम पड़ाव, कृपया आप हमें इस टूर के लिए आशीर्वादित करें। श्री माता जी, with your divine blessings, we could visit to so many countries since 23rd December. Today is the last day of this tour. We seek your permission and blessings to start this tour. US and Greece, both the countries, they are the economic powers and economic centers. USA, America, is Bhumi of Sri Krishna, is Virata, and Greece is Mahalakshmi. In the beginning of this new year, let the new era of Mahalakshmi and Kubera get established. हम सबसे पहले जाएंगे अमेरिका। इतने बार श्री माता जी वहां पर गए और पूरे विश्व का नेतृत्व करने वाला ये देश, हर किसी का सपना होता है कि एक बार यहां पर जाए, और इतने सारे सहयोगी वहां पर कार्यरत हैं। चलते हैं अमेरिका।
The United States of America, commonly known as US or America, is the country primarily located in North America, consisting of 50 states. तो चलिए चलते हैं अमेरिका। यूएसए में सहज की शुरुआत 1972 में हुई। श्री माता जी ने वहाँ कई प्रोग्राम लिए और वहाँ के योगियों को कई बार श्री माता जी ने चेतावनी दी कि वहाँ के अगुरु के पास ना जाएं, क्योंकि वहाँ के अगुरु उनके चक्रों को बहुत हानि पहुँचा सकते हैं।
The story of Sahajayoga in the United States of America started in 1972. Shri Mataji sold her gold bangles to pay for her trip to the United States. She conducted programs in several cities and warned the American seekers about the false gurus, saying they would damage the chakras and lead people to their destruction.
श्री माता जी द्वारा यूएस योगियों को लिखा हुआ पत्र।
She wrote this letter to the seekers of America.
My dear children, what are you searching? Why are you aimlessly and listlessly running about? The joy that you have searched in material gains, the joy that you are looking for in power, the joy that disappeared in the words of books, the so-called knowledge, is all lost in yourself, and you are still searching and seeking. You can pay attention to everything outside yourself. You are lost in your thoughts, like babes in the wood. But there is great hope that you can rise into the heaven of thoughtless awareness, which we call self-realization. I invite you to this feast of divine bliss, which is pouring around you, even in this Kali Yuga, in these God-forsaken modern times. I hope you will come and enjoy the spiritual experience of the life eternal. With all my love and blessings, your mother, Nirmala.
However, the American seekers did not understand Shri Mataji's message. On her journey back to India, Shri Mataji wrote this poem.
1972 में श्री माता जी द्वारा लिखी हुई कविता।
To my flower children, you are angry with life, like small children whose mother is lost in darkness. You sulk, expressing despair at the fruitless end of your journey. You wear ugliness to discover beauty. You name everything false in the name of truth. You drain out emotions to fill the cup of love. My sweet children, my darlings, how can you get peace by waging war with yourself, with your being, with joy itself? Enough are your efforts of renunciation, the artificial mask of consolation. Now rest in the petals of the lotus flower, in the lap of your gracious mother. I will adorn your life with beautiful blossoms and fill your moments with joyful fragrance. I will anoint your head with divine love, for I cannot bear your torture anymore. Let me engulf you in the ocean of joy, so you lose your being in the greater one, who is smiling in your calyx of self, secretly hidden, to tease you all the while. Be aware, and you will find him, vibrating your every fiber with blissful joy, covering the whole universe with light.
Shri Mataji returned to the United States 9 years later, intensely focused on establishing Sahajayoga in the U.S.
I can say that I reached the realization to all those blessing me. I try to
There's that old Thai building in there, and they have a restaurant.
In her 1981 tour, she hosted more than 20 public programs across the country in New York City, Boston, Houston, Los Angeles, and Santa Cruz.
In 1981 टूर में श्री माता जी ने न्यूयॉर्क, बॉस्टन, लॉस एंजलिस आदि में 20 से भी अधिक पब्लिक प्रोग्राम लिए। 1983 टूर में श्री माता जी कई पूजाएं कराई, पब्लिक प्रोग्राम कराए एवं टीवी और रेडियो इंटरव्यूज़ दिए।
On that tour, Shri Mataji declared herself as the Adi Shakti in a public program in New York City.
Normally I don't tell about myself, but today he exposed me as soon as I came. I had to tell because it's not tactful. It's not tactful to say anything. It's better that you discover me than I tell you, because Christ was crucified, everybody was tortured. I do not want to hamper my work, because it makes no difference by telling you anything before realization. It's better to tell you after realization that I am the Holy Ghost. No doubt, I am the one about which Christ has taught. I had told them, I had never said this from a platform, and I told, they have been telling me, Mother, you must say that once. I said, in America I'll declare. So today I declare that I am the Holy Ghost, I am the Holy Spirit who has incarnated on this earth for your realization. May God bless you.
In her 1983 tour, there were more than 30 events, including pujas, public programs, and radio and TV interviews.
With me today is Shri Mataji. She's considered to be a guru, a prophet, a faith healer, and in India she's called a saint. We'll be right back to talk to her after this. In India, she's a guru and she's lots of other things. Which of those do you consider yourself to be?
See, I would say I'm just a mother. And mother can be anything, isn't it?
In many places, she conducted a series of public programs. Throughout the 1990s and until the early 2000s, Shri Mataji returned almost every year to give public programs at many different types of venues.
1990 और 2000 के बीच श्री माताजी हर साल यूएस गए। श्री माताजी ने कार्ल यूंग इंस्टीट्यूट, जो कि न्यूयॉर्क में है, और नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ हेल्थ वाशिंगटन डीसी में स्पीच दी।
She gave speeches at the Carl Jung Institute in New York, at the United Nations headquarters, and at the National Institutes of Health in Washington, D.C.
Please raise both your hands. My God. May God bless you. That's Washington now. So happy.
In 1988, she gave a program at an outdoor pavilion in San Diego, where 1,500 seekers raised their hands to show that they had felt the cool breeze. More than 2,000 people attended her 1997 program at the Cathedral of St. John the Divine in New York City.
After Shri Mataji declared the new religion of the spirit, Vishwa Nirmala Dharma, the U.S. Collective was the first in the world to register Vishwa Nirmala Dharma as a nationally recognized religious nonprofit organization in 1985. Shri Mataji said at the time that because the United States had given Vishwa Nirmala Dharma official status, it would lead to the official recognition of Sahajayoga in many other countries of the world.
1988 कैलिफोर्निया में पब्लिक प्रोग्राम हुआ जहां 1500 सीकर्स ने आत्म साक्षात्कार लिया। जब श्री माताजी ने 1985 में घोषणा की न्यू रिलीजन ऑफ स्पिरिट, विश्व निर्मल धर्म, यूएस की सामूहिकता दुनिया में पहली थी जिसने विश्व निर्मल धर्म नॉन प्रॉफिट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर रजिस्टर कराया।
The U.S. used the power of the Vishuddhi to communicate to the world with the founding of an international magazine in 1986. It was given its name, The Divine Cool Breeze, by Shri Mataji herself.
1986 में यूएसए सामूहिकता ने एक इंटरनेशनल मैगजीन पब्लिश की जिसका नाम श्री माताजी ने डिवाइन कूल ब्रीज रखा।
self.
Starting in the early 1980s, ashrams were established in different cities, including San Francisco, Seattle, Phoenix, Cincinnati, and Philadelphia. Shri Mataji showed her deep commitment to the growth of Sahajayoga in the United States by purchasing properties on the east and west coasts. She purchased ashrams in San Diego, New York, and New Jersey. For more than 20 years, the New Jersey ashram, in addition to hosting Shri Mataji herself, has hosted many collective events, including seminars and pujas.
1980 में सैन फ्रांसिस्को, न्यूयॉर्क जैसे कई शहरों में सहज आश्रम की स्थापना हुई। श्री माता जी द्वारा खरीदे न्यू जर्सी आश्रम में करीबन 20 साल तक कई सेमिनार और पूजाएं हुई। 1990 में श्री माता जी ने न्यू जर्सी आश्रम के पास एक नए घर बनाने का सोचा, जिसकी भूमि पूजा के लिए श्री माता जी ने उस घर की नींव में डालने के लिए 7 नदियों से पानी लाने के लिए कहा। उस घर को बनाने के लिए बिल्डर्स कई देशों से आए। श्री माता जी कई महीने 2005 में उस घर में रहे।
In 1999, Shri Mataji initiated the design and construction of a new house for herself, right next to the New Jersey ashram. For the Bhumi Puja, Shri Mataji asked yogis to bring water from 7 rivers in the US to pour into the foundation. Golden builders from all over the world came to build her house, expressing their love in the form of intricate designs and artwork. Raw materials and fixtures also came from different parts of the world. The only house outside of India that was designed by Shri Mataji and built from the ground up by Sahajayogis was ready for her visit in 2003. Shri Mataji stayed for several months in her house in 2005. Yogis from across the country were overjoyed to host their Holy Mother. In 2006, Shri Mataji stayed in Los Angeles for several months, where she had also purchased a house.
$1919 के करीब श्री माता जी ने न्यूयॉर्क में कान्हा जोहारी में ज़मीन खरीदी, जहां पर इंटरनेशनल पूजाएं होती हैं, हेल्थ कैंप लगते हैं और नए साधकों के लिए प्रोग्राम किए जाते हैं। 2004 में इस ज़मीन पर सहज स्कूल की स्थापना भी हुई।
In the mid-1990s, Shri Mataji purchased land in upstate New York to establish a place for international pujas.
I selected this place suddenly from a very thick newspaper, American newspaper. The vibrations were just shooting out, and I said, "What is this coming from where?" And there was a little advertisement, and I said, "This is the place where we have to go. This place has so many vibrations, even in the advertisement."
Shri Mataji blessed the land, which we call Kanajahari, with her visits on 4 different occasions. We offered 3 international pujas there in her Sakar form and conducted international Sahaja marriages.
Such a great pleasure to see you all assembling, and which is such a far-fetched place, away from the madding crowd. It's such a beautiful place and which has vibrations.
Today, the land hosts up to 5 pujas in the summer and can accommodate up to 1,500 yogis. A Sahaja school for children, ages 4 to 7, was opened in 2004 on the land. Kanajahari hosts the Nirmal Arts Academy every summer, where yogis can learn and enjoy the power of music and art. It has become a place for health and wellness camps and hosts weekend seminars for new seekers. Shri Mataji's last public program was organized in the New York Society of Ethical Culture in 2002.
I bow to all the seekers of truth.
श्री माता जी ने 2007 में आखिरी बार लॉस एंजलिस यूएस गए। आज के समय में यूएस में 1500 से भी ज़्यादा सामूहिकता है। यूएस में वर्जीनिया, मैरीलैंड और फ्लोरिडा में परमानेंट सेंटर खोले गए। यहाँ आत्म साक्षात्कार टूर कई अवसरों पर किए जाते हैं, जैसे कि इंटरनेशनल इनर पीस टूर, द लव ऑफ अमेरिका टूर, रियलाइज पोट्री टूर।
The last time her holy feet touched the land of Sri Krishna was during her visit to Los Angeles in 2007.
Today, the U.S. Collective is a dynamic family with more than 1,500 yogis. In the past few years, permanent centers have been opened for new seekers in New York, Virginia, Maryland, and Florida. Centers have also been established in Illinois, Texas, California, Arizona, and Washington State. Self-realization tours have been organized, including the Festival of Inner Peace Tour, the Love America Tour, and the Realize Puerto Rico Tour.
Only takes a spark to get a fire.
नियमित रूप से सहज के प्रोग्राम पब्लिक लाइब्रेरी, नेशनल हेल्थ इंस्टीट्यूट, यूएन और यूनिवर्सिटी में किए जाते हैं। सहज योग यूएस में यूनेस्को सेंटर ऑफ पीस के साथ पार्टनर बन गया है, जिसके अंतर्गत स्कूल के बच्चों के लिए मेडिटेशन सेशन होते हैं। कोविड-19 की वजह से हर वीक नए साधकों के लिए ऑनलाइन मेडिटेशन सेशन किए जाते हैं।
Regular Sahajayoga classes are held in public libraries, at the National Institutes of Health, the UN, and at various universities. Sahajayoga meditation became a partner with the UNESCO Center of Peace, and we have worked with the Health Corps organization to provide meditation sessions to school children. This past year, online meetings are offered every day of the week as we are discovering new ways of using the power of the ether element to spread Shri Mataji's vibrations, no matter where a person lives. Using social media for outreach and experimenting with different formats for online meetings, we are able to have more personal interactions and follow-ups with our new people to help them get established.
Shri Mataji truly blessed the land of Sri Krishna. During her many visits to the USA, more than 300 events took place in the presence of the Adi Shakti herself. She presided over 3 international marriage ceremonies and conducted many pujas for the emancipation of America and of the world.
I wish for you, my friend, this joyful life that I have found. On her one can depend. It matters not where you are bound. I'll shout it from the mountain top.
आइए देखते हैं श्री माता जी को उनके जन्मदिन पर बाराक ओबामा, मिशेल ओबामा और लॉस एंजलिस के मेयर द्वारा दी गई शुभकामनाएं।
I want the world to know the source of joy has come to earth. I want to pass it on. The source of joy has come to earth. I want to pass it on. I want to pass it on. I want to pass it on.
us.sahajayoga.org ये वेबसाइट एक बार तो देखनी ही चाहिए। इतनी प्रेम से और इतनी सुंदर तरीके से बनाए टू एजुकेट द न्यू सीकर्स। थैंक यू कलेक्टिविटी ऑफ यूएसए। इतने कम समय में क्रिस्प दर्शन आप लोगों ने कराया। यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स इज ब्लेस्ड by various Sahajogis from many countries, and especially we're proud to say the way last time we mentioned that from Maharashtra Shri Mataji took couple of Yuva Shaktis and she made them founding pillars of Sahajayoga in those countries. One, of course, none other than Sandeep Gadkari ji from Pune Yuva Shakti. She made him to settle in Italy. Brother Sanjay Mane, again to Italy. Brother Hari Gaikwad to Australia. And the man who proposed Shri Mataji to start Nirmal Shakti Yuva Sangh, most respected Sahajogi from Maharashtra and Mumbai, Arun Pradhan ji, his son, Dr. Ashish Pradhan. When last time Brother Ashish visited Pratishthan and we interviewed him, he said in one simple line to Yuva Shakti, once an Yuva is always Yuva. These all Yuva Shakti became the pillars over there. And these Yuva Shakti, in turn, they helped the again younger Yuva Shaktis to be the part of development and advancement of Sahajayoga in their countries. अमेरिका में कई सारे ऐसे भारतीय युवा शक्ति है जिन्होंने जिम्मेदारियां संभाली है. We thank all the Sahajogis from United States from bottom of heart. It's not easy to spread Sahajayoga there, and we pray for you. We send lot of love from Pratishthan Pune. United States need political stability. It needs economic stability. पूरे विश्व का ये केंद्र है. वहाँ पर राजकीय और आर्थिक सामाजिक संतुलन सदा बना रहे, यही प्रार्थना के साथ अमेरिका से हम अलविदा लेते हैं. It's time to fly. Another country which is again controlling the economy of the world, Devbhumi, Greece.
सहजयोग एयरलाइन से आपकी यात्रा जारी है। Greece is a country in southeastern Europe with thousands of islands. Influential in ancient times, it's often called the cradle of Western civilizations. Athens, its capital, retains landmarks including the 5th century BC Acropolis citadel with the Parthenon temple. Greece is also known for its beaches and the black sands of Santorini. श्री माताजी ग्रीस में सहज के कार्य हेतु 6 बार आए। इस पूरे विराट में ग्रीस का स्थान नाभि के मध्य में है और पुराणों में इसे मणिपुर द्वीप ऐसे कहा गया है। तो आइए चलते हैं ग्रीस। श्री माताजी ग्रीस में पधार चुके हैं। आइए हम भी इनके स्वागत के लिए खड़े हो जाएं।
When first I came to Greece, I told my husband that this country is full of vibrations and there have been many evolved souls in this country. But perhaps the people have lost their heritage, but the vibrations are in the atmosphere. And one day Sahajayoga should prosper here very much.
अभी हम ग्रीस में हुई कुछ पूजाओं और पब्लिक प्रोग्राम्स की फ़ोटोज़ देखेंगे।
As it is, Athena has the Kundalini in her hand, and we can see that clearly that she was the Adi Shakti. Actually, in Sanskrit language, Atha means primordial. So she was the primordial mother. Because there was no connection left between the Greeks and the Indians, this translation was not there, and they didn't know what it meant by Athena. But Indians know that this is the place for the manifestation of the Adishakti. Because in the Devi Mahatmya, if you read, you will find out they have described Greece as the Manipur Dweep, mean the island in the Manipur. Manipur is this Navi Chakra. So in the Navi there is an island which is Greece, where the goddess resides. Manipur Chakreshi she resides.
श्री माताजी ने ग्रीस के गॉडेस अथीना के बारे में अपनी अमृतवाणी में कई बार उल्लेख किया है। उन्होंने कहा है कि संस्कृत में अथ का अर्थ है आदि माँ। यह गॉडेस अथीना का पार्थेनॉन मंदिर है और इस मंदिर का वर्णन पुराणों में भी पाया जाता है। गॉडेस अथीना के शीर्षस्त्र यानी हेलमेट पे हम 3 घोड़े देख सकते हैं जो कि हमारे अंदर की 3 नाड़ियों और 3 गुणों को दर्शाते हैं। वह अपने हाथ में एक सांप पकड़ती है और उनके ढाल पर भी एक सांप है जो कि कुंडलिनी का प्रतीक है। नाभि चक्र की सारी नकारात्मकताओं को से लड़ने के लिए उनके हाथ में त्रिशूल भी है।
On this earth, her job was to create a integrated force which will have the whole Chaitanya spread like an integrated force. So that when it will be all disintegrated later on, it can integrate. So the Greeks have a job, special job, is to integrate. You have to integrate people which are left-sided and right-sided. primordial mother that we have as Athena also has in her hand a Kundalini. Also she has one strident. All this is sign that when she was born she knew that she has to fight the evil forces in the Nabhi Chakra.
गॉडेस अथीना ने ग्रीस वासियों को जैतून का पेड़ यानी ऑलिव ट्री दिया है। अथीना देवी ने ग्रीस के लोगों को सुंदर मिट्टी के बर्तन बनाना यानी सिरामिक आर्ट भी सिखाया है। आगे हम जैतून के कुछ खांचे यानी ऑलिव ग्रूव्स देखेंगे। सिरामिक आर्ट यानी चीनी मिट्टी के बर्तन बनाने की कला प्राचीन काल से ग्रीस के लिए बहुत महत्वपूर्ण रही है और एक प्रकार से गॉडेस अथीना ने यह कला मानवता को उपहार स्वरूप दी है। श्री माता जी को भी ग्रीक सिरामिक्स बहुत पसंद थे।
Jai Shri Mataji. Hello everyone, I am Lalita from Greece and I want to share with you a beautiful story about shopping with Shri Mataji in Athens. It was after Diwali Puja in 1999 in Delphi. When we came back in Athens, Shri Mataji asked us to take her to a pottery shop. And ceramic art has been very important for Greek history since ancient times. It is said that Sri Athena gave pottery as a present to humanity, and this could explain why so beautiful vessels were created here, and so many different shapes and decorations. So we took Shri Mataji to the exhibition of the Ceramists Association of Athens. There were so many different items and Shri Mataji were very pleased and happy to see all of them, and she would go around and she would say all of them, and she would take all the items that were on a stall or hang on a wall. So she almost bought the 3/4 of the items that were sold here, and we had to put them in a big truck and send them to Italy. What was very interesting is that she did not choose only modern or style or classic style or monochrome or polychrome. She chose from all the styles, of all the different types of pottery that she could find there. And I think she could understand their question. So she said, you see, there are many different people. So she would explain to us that she was shopping for different people, that they had different tastes. When my husband went in Italy after some time, she said to him that she spent exactly the same amount of money that she had received as a puja donation from Delphi. So it was her great compassion that she wanted to offer to the Greek economy, to the handicraft sector, that it's so important in every country. After that, we took many times presents to the pujas, different types of vases or pottery to Shri Mataji, and she always showed great interest. She was asking where they were coming from, what they were depicting, their style, everything, and it was very touching. And once we took also in Turkey different pots, and we served the food that we cooked for her, and she was very happy, and she was asking a lot of details about their decoration. And especially she liked the typo that you can see behind me, that it has a dark green background with white relief decoration. And also she liked a lot the white or black vessels with the gold leaf decoration. It was such an amazing experience to be around Shri Mataji, as you all know. And although we were a small country, we were blessed with her presence so many times. And we experienced her love, her affection, and her compassion.
And to integrate all those qualities, the Adishakti herself was in material form, came on this earth, in this part. And that's why they knew about Athena. But as it is, I don't know what are the stories they have. They must have some mythological stories about Athena, that she lived like this or whatever it was. And this is where she created the Devaloka. Devaloka is the area where Devas were created. Like she created Indra. You have heard the name of Indra. Then Varuna. All these Devalokas she created in this area, not in India. Devaloka was created on this side.
श्री माता जी ने बताया है कि देवलोक का निर्माण भारत में नहीं बल्कि ग्रीस में हुआ है।
My name is Vaibhav Kopade. I'm born in Pune. I lived basically grown up in Satara. Actually, I'm from Satara, Brahmapuri Collectivity. But last 25 years, I am in Greece since I got married in 93 in Ganpati Pule. So 1999 is one of my I feel unique puja which I did in until now, which Shri Mataji is unique for Greece because it happened exactly novel point of world. So we were also very surprised to hear from Shri Mataji. We just got a message that Shri Mataji would like to have this puja.
We can say the whole universe, all creations she created. And then she came down and settled as Kundalini, but coming down she created Mahalakshmi, principle which is for our ascent. This was her movement. But it is said that she incarnated in the now, because maybe after doing all this, she incarnated in the now. And also we see that Ganesha's Kundalini is in the Navi. She incarnated in the Navi, they say, because the first pure knowledge, pure desire of a person or animal or anybody is hunger. That is in the Navi. And this hunger she wanted to satisfy or to direct or to handle. And that might be the reason she might have first come to the Navi. So, this Athena has been described, and when I went to her temple, I found that there was a little temple for the child god. That was Sri Ganesha. And then when I went to Delphi also, when I went there, I was surprised to see it showed me a mound, said this is the navel of the whole universe. I said, that's correct. But when I turned round, there were lots of vibrations, and what I find is a Ganesha statue there. Then Gregor came here, he took photographs and everything, and he saw that. So now you are the Nabi, you are sitting here in the Nabi of the whole universe. Lakshmi came out of water, no doubt. But Athena is the mother of Lakshmi. She is the one who is all pervading, and she created Lakshmi. And this Lakshmi is the one that ruled here, and she was very much manifesting. And she created beautiful things.
In Greece, Shri Mataji has talked with us where is her business proposals, business activities. During her visit, she had shown the interest and desire to open an Indian jewelry shop. She investigated with us many times. She mentioned that Greeks are very close to Indian culture, so they might like Indian jewelries. So she was at that point of time keen on opening a jewelry shop with Indian items.
ग्रीक और इंडियन कल्चर काफ़ी मिलता जुलता है, इसलिए श्रीमाता जी ने ग्रीक के सहयोगियों को इंडियन ज्वेलरी शॉप्स खोलने के भी सुझाव दिए थे.
The vibrations are coming back now through you people, and the whole place is again vibrating.
श्री माता जी जिस भी देश जाते थे, एयरपोर्ट से ही उस देश का सहयोग का वातावरण, देश का वातावरण बदल जाता था. ढेर सारा प्यार श्री माता जी ने ग्रीस को दिया है. ये एयरपोर्ट का नज़ारा है. श्री माता जी केवल एक आध्यात्मिक व्यक्तित्व नहीं, बल्कि ऐसा लगता था कोई स्टार उस देश में आया है. Whole atmosphere used to change.
So many happiness, so many weeks here.
बच्चे भी जानते थे श्री माता जी कौन है। एक सुंदर नज़ारा दिवाली पूजा जब डेल्फी ग्रीस में हुई थी, आतिशबाजी देखे और कैसे श्री माता जी का नाम आतिशबाजी के जरिए उन्होंने बनाया। We are watching Diwali fireworks from the Navi of the world. Happy New Year. जय श्री माता जी। तो देवी which gives us feeling of God's power.
प्रेमाचा सापेक्ष तू, धर्माचा अपेक्ष तू, प्रेमाचा सापेक्ष तू, धर्माचा अपेक्ष तू, कर्माचे मोक्षक तू, मरमाची आशाही तू, संगीताचा सुरा तू, आ आ संगीताचा सुरा तू, प्रेमाचा महापूर तू, देण्यासाठी आतुर तू, आनंदाचा सागर तू, निर्मला किती वर्णावी तुझी स्तुती, हो किती वर्णावी तुझी स्तुती, अगं किती वर्णावी तुझी स्तुती, मानवाला देतेस, मानवाला देतेस देवाची अनुभूती।
दिवाली पूजा डेल्फी में श्री माता जी ने ये मेंशन किया था कि अलेक्जेंडर और भारत का कनेक्शन क्या है। संस्कृति और संगीत के बारे में श्री माता ने कहा और ये ग्रीक में सहजयोगी श्री माता जी के सामने बड़ी अनोखी प्रस्तुति कर रहे। बहुत ही मन विभोर और दिल मोहक ये खूबसूरत प्रस्तुति। आइए इसका आनंद लेते हैं। दिवाली पूजा डेल्फी ग्रीस। So much love, so much love. She connected everyone from this whole world. श्री माता जी ने सच में सहयोगियों को ग्लोबल बनाया. Yesterday was a global family day, and Sahajayoga represents the real global family. क्षमा करें, कुछ तकनीकी समस्या है. There is some technical issue. We'll resolve in a 2 minute.
Jai Shri Mataji. Hello everyone. I am Varada from India and I have been living in Greece since 2011. We hope you are already enjoying the presentation and all the beautiful memories shared by our brothers and sisters in Greece. On behalf of the Greek collectivity, we would like to send all our love and greetings to each and every one of you, and we hope you enjoy our humble presentation.
Projects that Mother wanted to happen in Greece. We would like to share some projects that Shri Mataji expressed her desire to happen in Greece. The reason behind sharing these projects is that everyone in the International Sangha should know, and one day something might work out through the enlightened attention of yogis. Although Greece is a very small country with 11 million people and with a small collective, Mother always paid a great deal of attention. Every time we would see Shri Mataji in Kapela, she would always put a lot of attention for Greece. Mother was always asking us to find a land in Greece that she could buy and use for international pujas similar to Kapela. Once, the Greek government had announced that some uninhabited islands were available for sale, and that time Shri Mataji was interested to buy a small island which could be used for Sahaj gatherings and international pujas. So now the Greek collective has a desire to have a place near the seaside where many international yogis can come and stay like Vashi and also enjoy the healing qualities of the sun and the sea. During 1999, the Diwali Puja took place at the Apollo camping in Delphi. In order to vibrate the puja place, Shri Mataji walked without shoes on that land. Since our Holy Mother Shri Adi Shakti had walked on this land, where a very important Shri Lakshmi Puja took place, Sahajayogis of Greece have the desire that one day this land can be owned by the International Sahajayoga Sangha for conducting Sahaj activities and also keep the divine memories of Shri Adi Shakti on this earth. We would like to share another desire of our Divine Mother related to Diwali Puja 1999. During this puja, Shri Mataji stayed in a beautiful villa, the photos of which are shown on this slide. She liked that villa so much that she even asked the owner of the villa whether he would be interested in selling it. If one day this house is available for sale, it would be a good idea for Sahaja Yogis to buy it and fulfill Shri Mataji's wish.
We always know that Shamaji always loved Greece. She gave always a lot of attention. Every time we would visit to pujas, to Kabela, she would ask for Greece. So this is the last time Shamaji spoke to us in 2008 about Greece. 2008, before that great Guru Puja, where she gave a big lecture. Before that, there was Shri Adi Shakti Puja. Shimaji was not talking those days, and Adi Shakti Puja, when it finished, everybody was giving the present, as each country was giving the present. Shimaji receiving those presents, putting attention of each country. So, but she was not talking. So we're quite the last one to give a present to her. So we went on the stage and we gave her the present. I show her the present. It was a book, a very beautiful book, which had actually various beautiful landscapes, mountains of Greece, because Shimaji said that the pattern, the way the Greece is made is a devlok. The pattern of Greece is like a devlok. So we just felt to give this present of showing the various landscape of pictures of landscapes. So we just show her, and then I just open.
श्री माता जी ने कहा है ग्रीस जो है ये देवलोक भूमि है, जिसे हमारे भाई वैभव बता रहे थे। देवलोक यानी इंद्र का निवास स्थान, जो हमेशा नकारात्मक शक्तियों से, उनके प्रहार से संवेदनशील होता है। ग्रीस जो है ये नाभि चक्र है पूरे विश्व का, जो ईस्ट और वेस्ट का मिलाप कराता है। इसलिए निगेटिव फोर्सेस यहाँ पर सदैव कार्यरत रहते हैं। ग्रीस के सहयोगियों की विनती है कि यहाँ पर अधिक से अधिक भारतीय सहयोगी जाए, विश्व के सहयोगी वहाँ पर पधारे और सहज के प्रचार का कार्य यहाँ पर सदैव बनता रहे, क्योंकि नाभि यानी उत्थान, और तभी पूरे विराट की प्रस्थापना होगी। ग्रीस के सहयोगी भाइयों का इस आमंत्रण का हम बड़े सहृदय स्वीकार करते हैं। ग्रीस देश में सहजयोग फैलाना इतना आसान भी नहीं है, लेकिन इतनी कठिन परिस्थिति में भी यहाँ पर सहयोगी सदैव कार्यरत है और एथेंस, ओलोज और कई ऐसे सारे शहर हैं जहाँ पर सहयोग के ध्यान केंद्र हैं। कॉर्फ्यू नाम की जो आइलैंड है जहाँ पर सहयोगी जाकर आत्म साक्षात्कार के कार्यक्रम करते हैं। भले ही वहाँ पर आश्रम नहीं है, लेकिन सहयोगियों की शुद्ध इच्छा बहुत है कि यहाँ पर कार्य और बढ़े। आइए हम भारतीय सामूहिकता की ओर से ढेर सारा प्यार ग्रीस की सामूहिकता को भेजते हैं। वैभव जी और सारी टीम को अनेक अनेक धन्यवाद कि इतनी मेहनत से, लगन से आपने ये कार्य पूरे विश्व के सामने लाया। ग्रीस से जुड़ी हुई और कई कहानियां हैं, इनका संपूर्ण वीडियो प्रतिष्ठान पुणे यूट्यूब चैनल पर जल्दी उपलब्ध होगा। ग्रीस की इस यात्रा में अंतिम क्षणों में दर्शन लेते हैं श्री माता जी का ग्रीस में। Let's pray for spreading Sahajayoga across the whole Greece. Thank you, Shri Mataji, for visiting frequently to Greece and blessings the new seekers. आपके अथेना स्वरूप को नमन करते हैं।
ग्रीस की इतनी सुंदर यात्रा के बाद अब आगे बढ़ते हैं और चलते हैं मलेशिया की ओर। सहज एयरलाइंस का विमान जल्द ही मलेशिया की भूमि पर लैंड करने वाला है।
Welcome to Malaysia. Malaysia is a beautiful multi-racial.
Malaysia is a Southeast Asian country occupying parts of Malay Peninsula and islands of Borneo. It's known for its beaches, rainforests, and mix of Malay, Chinese, Indian, and European cultural influences.
Multi-religious, multicultural country. The people here are very friendly and hospitable. The climate here, wonderful. It is summer the whole year round. We have high rainfall and the land is always beautiful, vibrant and lush green. Let us show you some of the scenes of Malaysia. The iconic and famous Petronas Twin Towers is in the capital city of Kuala Lumpur. We have mountains, lush rainforests and lovely beaches. Our heartiest thank you to our Divine Mother, Shri Mataji, for her blessings to Malaysia. Shri Mataji has graciously visited Malaysia in 1983. There was a public program at the Kuala Lumpur Town Hall and subsequently a simple puja was held at the leader's house. In 1990, a small group of yogis went to the Singapore airport to welcome Her Holiness Shri Mataji when she was in transit from India to Australia. When she saw us, Her Holiness Shri Mataji said, "Now there are more of us, she will come to Malaysia." We are very fortunate that Shri Mataji visited Malaysia in 1990, 1992, 1994, 1995, and 1996. We put advertisements in our major newspapers for public programs before Shri Mataji's visits and for all her visits. Shri Mataji gave self-realization to thousands of seekers.
श्री माता जी मलेशिया में 1983 में गए थे। उसके बाद 1990 से 1996 में भी श्री माता जी वहाँ कई बार गए। मलेशिया में सहज फैलाने में बहुत बड़ा योगदान ऑस्ट्रेलियन कलेक्टिविटी का है। आइए इनके सफ़र के बारे में जानते हैं।
Subsequently, we started following her example to give self-realization, carry on follow-up programs to help the seekers grow and be more confident in practicing Sahajayoga. Now we have Sahajayoga centers in many cities and towns along the west coast of East Malaysia and one center on the east coast. Although yogis made a lot of effort to spread Sahajayoga to West Malaysia, we don't have any centers there yet. Malaysian yogis have also gone to other Southeast Asian countries to help and support Sahajayoga. Example, Singapore, the Philippines, Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos. And we have been supported by the Music of Joy from Australia. In fact, in the early days, Australia was the big brother, giving a helping hand to the new and young collective in Kuala Lumpur.
I bow to all the seekers of truth.
अपनी स्क्रीन पर हम मलेशिया में हुए पब्लिक प्रोग्राम्स की कुछ यादें देख रहे हैं। The Malaysian collectivity is surely the inspiration for the whole world because they are not only spreading Sahajayoga in their own country but are visiting different countries and taking public programs and spreading Sahajayoga there. We thank the Malaysian collectivity and pray for the growth of Sahajayoga in Malaysia. आइए अब अपने सफ़र को आगे बढ़ाते हैं और आज की आखिरी देश की ओर प्रस्थान करते हैं जो कि है पोर्तुगाल।
Jai Shri Mataji. Sahajayoga started in Portugal with the first person getting realization in 1979. But Shri Mataji's first visit to the country was in fact in 1980. At the time, there were no Sahaj weddings as yet, and she kindly accepted to attend a couple's wedding. She therefore came to the country. At the same time, the yogis prepared the first public programs, which took place the 3rd and 4th of August 1980 at the Hotel Sheraton in Lisbon. They were followed by follow-ups at informal follow-ups in the Tivoli Hotel in Lisbon as well. From these programs, a couple of people stayed and went on meditating and giving realization. Therefore, Shri Mataji kindly accepted to come back to the country, and in 1981 and 1982 she
Portugal is located in the southwestern Europe. It is the westernmost sovereign state of the mainland Europe. श्री माता जी यहाँ 1980 में आए थे। तब वहाँ पर 3rd और 4th अगस्त को उसी साल पब्लिक प्रोग्राम्स भी आयोजित किए गए थे। इन प्रोग्राम्स से कई नए साधक सहयोग में जुड़े और पुर्तगाल में प्रचार प्रसार का कार्य इसी प्रकार शुरू हुआ। इसके बाद श्री माता जी वहाँ 1981 और 1982 में फिर से आए और कई सारे पब्लिक प्रोग्राम्स लिए। 1996 में श्री माता जी ने सिंट्रा में दिवाली पूजा ली और उसी प्रकार 1997 में भी वहाँ पर पूजा हुई।
did so. We also had programs in those years. In 1982, she was interviewed by a journalist at the airport, right in the middle of the luggage when she first arrived. She then went out, and after a program, she made us discover a second Swayambhu in Portugal. Actually, the Portuguese people have a very great devotion for the Holy Mother, which is in fact Mahalakshmi. And the Holy Mother, the Virgin Mary, appeared already in Fatima. You'll hear the story a little bit later on. And this time in 1982, she made us discover a second apparition of the Holy Mother, which none of us was in fact aware. We'll also tell you the story a little bit further ahead. So this country has been really very much blessed by Shri Mataji's presence and apparition in her true form. Many years passed in the meantime, and she came back to the country in 1996 as she had granted us the Diwali Puja that year to take place in Sintra. Again in 1997, 1 year later, she did the same. She came again. We had again a Diwali Puja organized in Sintra. Both years she gave public programs too, and she was interviewed by journalists, and articles appeared in the newspapers at that time. So 1997 was the last year Shri Mataji granted us visit to our blessed country, and we thank her very much for it.
Jai Shri Mataji. We are presenting you this video speaking about the first times when Shri Mataji came to Portugal. Her first visit was back in 1980, July, August 1980, and we had two public programs at that time held on the 3rd and 4th of August. After the first public program, she told us, we were around between 10 and 20 yogis with her, and she told us she would like to visit Lisbon. So we took her to the castle of St. George, which is overlooking the downtown of Lisbon. And then furthermore, we have the river. And on the other side of the river, we have the big statue of Christ the King overlooking town with outstretched arms. So she found it very interesting. And while we were visiting it and walking around, then suddenly we stopped and she said, what do you feel of the statue? So we put our hands to check the vibrations. We could not feel anything. We told her so. So she said, okay, put your left hand towards me, towards me, and your right hand towards the statue. So we did so. And we felt vibrations start flowing. So we told her what had happened, and she said, that's it, you see, because now you're taking vibrations from me, it's normal. You're taking vibrations from me, you're giving to the statue. So she found that was the way she used to vibrate the town, because once the statue was vibrated, and it is overlooking Lisbon, and it will emit vibrations to the town. Because she liked Lisbon, she said it was a beautiful place, but she also said it was a desolate place. And a desolate place, nevertheless, she also said, when one of the trips later on, I don't remember exactly if it was 81 or 82, but she also said, you see, there are lots of seekers being born in this country. I guess, therefore, she gave so much attention at the time to the country. So this was during her first trip. She visited Lisbon and Sintra. She was staying in Sintra. And 16 years later, in 96, 97, two Diwali pujas were held in front of her there in Sintra. She found this place a very special place with a special vibration. She liked it very much, actually.
ये सहजयोगिनी हमें बता रही हैं कि एक बार श्री माताजी और सभी सहजयोगी लिस्बन की ओर जा रहे थे। तब बीच में वहाँ एक जीसस क्राइस्ट का स्टैचू आया। तो श्री माताजी ने सभी सहजयोगियों से कहा कि आप इस स्टैचू की ओर हाथ करके खड़े हो जाएं और बताएं कि क्या आपको कुछ महसूस हो रहा है। तो सभी सहजयोगियों ने कहा कि नहीं, उन्हें कुछ भी महसूस नहीं हुआ। तो उसके बाद श्री माताजी ने कहा कि आप अपना लेफ्ट हैंड मेरी तरफ रखें और राइट हैंड उस मूर्ति की तरफ रखें। और ऐसा करते ही सभी सहयोगियों ने बहुत चैतन्य महसूस किया। तब श्री माताजी ने बताया कि वो एक अपने लेफ्ट हैंड से सभी सहयोगियों को चैतन्य दे रही थी और सहयोगियों के राइट हैंड से वो चैतन्य उस मूर्ति में जा रहा था। इसी प्रकार श्री माताजी कई सारी चीज़ों को वाइब्रेट किया करती थी जिससे पूरे शहर में चैतन्य का प्रसार हो।
So this is the first story. Some other yogis will tell you now other stories that related to the visits of Shri Mataji in Portugal. So hope to enjoy it, and Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji. I'm going to tell you the story of the apparition of our Holy Mother in Fatima, which is in the middle of Portugal. Thank you very much. On the 13th of May in 1917, the Holy Mother appeared to 3 little shepherds in Fatima. They described her as the lady more brilliant than the sun. The children were not believed and very much criticized at the time, but the people started going there to see if it was true, as the Holy Mother had said she would come the following month at the same date. The little shepherds were called Francisco, Jacinta, who was 7, and Lucia, who was 10. She was the eldest. She told them again to come on the 13th of June, and there she said that 2 of them would die soon and the eldest would last longer to give her message. Actually, my grandfather, who was a doctor, cured Lucia, and I think they all had the Spanish flu. Following the apparition being reported in newspapers, many pilgrims began visiting the area, but no one could see her. Only the 3 children could see her and talk to her. She gave them a prophecy on the 13th of July, which the Catholic Church revealed only the 2 first parts, a vision of hell followed by a recommendation of devotion and prayer, which would end the Great War and bring peace to the world. However, she predicted a worse war if people did not cease offending God. The 3rd secret was to be revealed in 1960, but the Vatican kept it and only in the year 2000 disclosed it. It mentioned the death of the Pope. A huge crowd gathered in Fatima that day, as well as reporters and photographers. It seemed that after the rain, the dark clouds broke and the sun appeared as a spinning disk in the sky. The sun went towards the earth before zigzagging back to its normal position. She was then believed, and Fatima became a place of pilgrimage and devotion to the Holy Mother. Until today, on every 13th of May, every year, lots of religious festivities and pilgrimage are being held in Fatima.
यहाँ ये हमें फातिमा में हुए एक चमत्कार के विषय में बता रही हैं कि किस प्रकार एक बार मदर मैरी फातिमा एक जगह जो कि पोर्तुगाल में स्थित है, उन्होंने वहाँ पर दर्शन दिए थे। किस प्रकार लोगों ने उस दिन आसमान में एक दैवीय प्रकाश देखा था और आज भी उस जगह पर कई सारे साधक सत्य की खोज में आते हैं।
जय श्री माताजी।
Jai Shri Mataji. This is the story of how Shri Mataji discovered a Swayambhu in Portugal. As we all know, a Swayambhu is something that it's not man-made, it comes out of the Mother Earth, so it's something miraculous how the vibrations manifest, and sometimes it's a deity, or it's usually something of great importance vibrationally. And whilst in Portugal, by miracle in fact, Shri Mataji discovered a Swayambhu. So this happened in 1982. Shri Mataji came to Portugal. She gave 2 public programs. There were also some follow-ups. And it was during one of the follow-ups on the 30th of May 1982 that there was a small incident. The caretaker of the hall, he wanted to go home by midday. Now this was a big problem because Shri Mataji wanted to spend longer there in the hall working on the new people. So Shri Mataji came up with a brilliant solution. She said, wherever he needs to go, tell him that he can come in our car. He can take all his stuff in the boot of our car. He will probably reach the location he wants to go to at the same time, because going by car is so much faster than going by bus, and he can take all his stuff in the boot of our car. So let's see. So that was a deal. So Shri Mataji was allowed to stay longer there. So when the public program finished, Shri Mataji kept the word, but this time she did a little more. She decided to go to that fair as well. The place where he wanted to go, the caretaker, was a fair where they buy and sell handicrafts. She wanted to sell some of his handicrafts there. So Shri Mataji decided to go to the fair. On the way there, suddenly, when getting very near the location, the right location, Shri Mataji commented, the vibrations are far too strong for a place like this, here in the middle of nowhere. What have you got here? It has to be something really important. Could it be you have maybe a a tooth of Lord Buddha, or maybe some hairs from the Prophet Muhammad, but apparently not. So Shri Mataji declared, in that case it must be a Swayambhu. Then she asked the caretaker, so what's going on here? What's the importance of this place? What happened? And he said, yes, there is in fact something very important. There was a miraculous discovery in the past in 1822 by the end of May. So it was end of May 1822 when a little statue of the Virgin Mary appeared in a grot, in a cave. It happened because 7 boys were playing in the fields. They were running after a rabbit. The rabbit went into a hole, and then in the end to retrieve the dog, they had to dig out the cave to the area to retrieve the dog, and then miraculously there was that little statue of the Virgin Mary inside that hole. And when people came to visit that statue, people were getting cured, so people knew this is something very special, very, very miraculous. And Shri Mataji said, yes, there it is. I mean, this is the Swayambhu. I could see vibrations are so strong, vibrations are incredible. That is the Swayambhu, that small little version that appeared in the cave. Small because it's only about 10 centimeters high. And so Shri Mataji went to the fair. She bought lots of articrafts. She liked them very much. And then in the end she said, let's visit the cave and see the statue. There was a queue, a big queue, because it was the apparition day. It was the end of May, that weekend. And so Shri Mataji queued like everybody else. And at last we got inside the cave and saw the statue, and that was amazing. The statue actually looked like Shri Mataji. That was another big surprise, And then, of course, it's a tradition. People leave a little money there on a basket for donations to the Virgin. So the Sahajayogis asked Shri Mataji, should we also leave some donation? And Shri Mataji said, yes, you can. You people can do it. But I can't, because there's no point me leaving some money for myself. So a very interesting comment Shri Mataji gave. And it's quite extraordinary how Shri Mataji arrived there on the only day in the year where give access to that cave and to the statue in the cave, because it's only on the apparition day at the end of May, that weekend, that they open the cave and put the statue there for people to go and see. But many years can happen without them allowing that visit, because if the river, it's the river Jamor, if the river floods the cave during spring, they are not allowed to open the cave, because it creates lots of mosquitoes, it's a health hazard. So it has to be on a year where the river in spring does not flood the cave. That had not happened for 5 years in a row. That year Shri Mataji appeared there was actually a very lucky year, at the correct time, at the correct, everything was amazing how Shri Mataji spontaneously turned up there and discovered the Swayambhu herself, even before seeing it, even before knowing about it. And then the whole history is there to prove it, because this statue was actually very well known back in the 19th century, although in recent times none of us knew about it. But it was still there, and Mother discovered it for us. That's the important part. Thank you for your time and attention. Jai Shri Mataji.
एक बार 1982 में श्री माताजी एक प्रोग्राम लेने के बाद कार में बैठकर मेले में कुछ हैंडीक्राफ्ट्स खरीदने के लिए जा रहे थे। तो अचानक से ही बीच में श्री माताजी ने कहा कि उन्हें बहुत चैतन्य महसूस हो रहा है। तो श्री माताजी ने बाकी लोगों से उस जगह के बारे में पूछा, तो पता चला कि वहाँ एक गुफा है जहाँ पर बहुत पहले मदर मेरी ने दर्शन दिए थे, और वहाँ पर उनकी एक मूर्ति भी है। बाद में सभी सहयोगी और श्री माताजी उस मूर्ति को देखने उस गुफा में गए। सभी सहयोगी यह देखकर आश्चर्यचकित थे कि वह मूर्ति दिखने में श्री माताजी जैसी ही थी। बाद में श्री माताजी ने यह बताया कि वह मूर्ति एक स्वयंभू है।
थैंक यू सो मच पोर्तुगाल। इस यात्रा में 23 दिसंबर से हमने कई सारे देश देखे। वर्ल्ड टूर स्टार्टेड ऑन 23rd December. We started with the countries Australia, New Zealand, Hong Kong, China, Indonesia, Taiwan, Nepal, Argentina, Bolivia, Ecuador, Uruguay, Peru, Colombia, Brazil. Next day we went to United Kingdom, France, Spain, Switzerland, Germany, Ukraine, Italy, Vietnam, Austria, Turkey, Canada, Belgium, Finland, Mexico, Singapore. On first day of this year, Hungary, Romania, Czech Republic, Iran, Chile, Bahrain. और आज अमेरिका, ग्रीस, मलेशिया, पोर्तुगाल. Almost 39 countries. On Shri Mataji's passport, there are more than 52 countries which she had visited. The last 40th country, 39 हमने visit किए. The 40th country which wanted to show you is very difficult even to locate on map. इतने कठिन परिस्थिति में ये लोग यहाँ पर सहयोग कर रहे हैं, ये बिल्कुल असंभव लगता है. आजकल गूगल मैप पे तो हमारे घर का भी पता तुरंत दिखने लगता है, लेकिन क्या सच में कोई ऐसे देश हैं जहाँ पर पहुँचना ही मुश्किल है और वहाँ पर भी सहयोग है? जी हाँ. आइए ये देखते हैं यूरोप का नक्शा. पहले आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पर ग्रीस दिखाई दे रहा है, एक बाजू में इटली दिखाई दे रहा है, बिंदु जैसा ये देश. जिसका नाम है माल्टा. ये देखिए, माल्टा इस देश में केवल 3 सहयोगी हैं, लेकिन उतने ही प्रेम से सहयोग करते हैं जितना हम करते हैं. हमारे तो आजकल परिवार में कम से कम 4 या 6 सहयोगी हो जाते हैं. माल्टा में अभी ये 3 सहयोगियों ने मिलकर क्रिसमस पूजा मनाई. ये 2 सहयोगी की तस्वीरें, तीसरी इसलिए नहीं दिख रही क्योंकि वो फोटो निकाल रही हैं. जिस देश का नाम हमें पता नहीं, लेकिन वहाँ तक भी श्री माता जी की प्रतिमा पहुँचाना और वहाँ पर भी लगातार सहयोग का प्रचार कार्य पिछले 3-4 वर्षों से हो रहा है. मारिया, जिसे लक्ष्मी के नाम से भी जानते हैं, डेलिया और नाइजेल, ये तीनों सहयोगिनी महिलाएं इस छोटे से देश में सहयोग प्रचार का लगातार कार्य कर रही है. आइए मारिया से नए साल की शुभकामनाएं लेते हैं.
Hello to all the Sahajayogis in India. This is Maria Lakshmi from Sahajayoga, Malta, and there is also Delia, which is filming this video. We would really like to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And well, I would also say it. I will say Merry Christmas also in Maltese, which is Il Militi Tayyab Lil Kulhad. So Happy Christmas and a Happy New Year to all of you. Jai Shri Mataji from Sahajayoga, Malta.
थैंक यू सो मच माल्टा. माल्टा देश के लिए प्रार्थना करते हैं कि श्री माता जी वहाँ पर अधिक से अधिक सहयोगी बढ़े, और ये जो बहनें हमारी कभी चेक रिपब्लिक रहते हैं, कभी माल्टा में रहते हैं, वहाँ पे जो कार्य कर रहे हैं उनको अनेक आशीर्वाद मिले. द टाइम टू टेक अ रेस्ट. व्हाट इज द मैसेज ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड टूर? द मैसेज is very big. The message maybe anything. We are not here to give you message or neither to educate anyone. All Sahajogis, their Kundalini is much more powerful to tell us what to do. हम श्री माता जी के एक बार डायरी देखते हैं। NIPC जो श्री माता ने बनाई थी, निर्मल विद्या अमृता, amruta.org पे अगर हम जाते हैं, ऑफिशियल वेबसाइट ऑफ श्री माता इज ऑल स्पीचेस, आप देख सकते हैं कि इतने सारे देश श्री माता ने विजिट किए और हर देश में लगातार कार्य किया है। ऑस्ट्रेलिया, अमेरिका जैसे देशों में तो 200-300 से अधिक कार्यक्रमों में संबोधित किया है। लेट्स सी श्री माता इज डायरी। क्रोनोलॉजिकली अगर देखते हैं 1970 से लेके श्री माता जी ने हर जगह पर गई। पहले 1.5 साल, फर्स्ट 1.5 year, she did not do any public program. So when Sahajayoga started, she was busy in giving realization to one single person, establishing him in Sahajayoga. एक एक व्यक्ति पे कार्य करते थे। फिर then she started from Dhulia in 71 by having a one public program. Wherever she has visited, consistently 6 years or 10 years. Nothing like only once a program and then she left. No, consistent efforts, whether 5 yogis or 10 yogis, doesn't matter. When Sahajayoga was at its peak, when Shri Mataji was spreading everywhere, go to 1985, her diary. हर साल आप देख सकते हैं 50-100 से अधिक स्पीचेस, 154 स्पीचेस, 110, 1985। ये देखिए 161 लेक्चर्स। सी स्टार्टिंग हर जर्नी मुंबई में कुछ दिन है, देन सी इज गोइंग टू नासिक। नासिक से श्री माता जी सीधा जा रहे राहुरी, ब्रह्मपुरी। इन महाराष्ट्र सी इज मूविंग अराउंड। देन इन February सी इज गोइंग टू दिल्ली। देन इन February एंड सी इज गोइंग टू ऑस्ट्रेलिया। In Australia, she is moving around Perth, Sydney, Adelaide, New Zealand. In New Zealand, again, she is not at one place. Then after Australia tour, she is coming to India for birthday. And see the variety. Some school inauguration, sometimes spreading, sometimes conducting seminar, talking to Sahajogis. Then after India tour, in April, she is going to England. Then there also not at one place, Paris, France, Rome. Then going to United States in month of May. So many countries. The visit is on and on. Again coming back to Europe, Madrid, Spain, France, Belgium, Holland, England, France. And once the tour is finishing with Europe, again going to United States. Then straightway coming to Pune. Then again Brahmapuri, Ganpati Pule. And after Sankranti, she is ready to fly to other countries. 1 year, minimum 120 to 160 times hosting Sahajayoga programs. Every third day, she is at new place. हर 3 दिन के बाद श्री माता जी अलग नई जगह पे. Different people, different country, different food habits, different culture. नए लोग, नए खान पान, नई जगह की व्यवस्था. हर 3 दिन के बाद हम खुद के बारे में इमेजिन करें कि क्या एक महीने में हम हर 3 दिन के बाद नई जगह पर, भले ही 50-100 किलोमीटर, नॉट टू डिफरेंट कंट्रीज, इज इट पॉसिबल? This was the age where people take retirement, but she was moving on and on and on. For whom? For humanity, for spreading self-realization. We can see when we make one simple diya in front of Shri Mataji, ये जो दिया हम रखते हैं इसमें एक बाती होती है, तेल होता है और ये चांदी का दिया होता है. This diya, whenever we keep in front of Shri Mataji, it has different elements. There is a fire, oil is there, cotton is there, and the silver pot is there. Everything is right at its position. But unless and until they are put in a collective way and enlightened, दिया will not be starting. ये दिया तब तक नहीं जलेगा जब तक इसमें बाती, तेल सब एकत्रित आते. हमें एकत्रित आना होगा, हमें इकट्ठा आना होगा for spreading the joy. And let's prepare ourselves for the centenary year, the 100th birthday of Shri Mataji. Number is just to have something goal. 100 birth year, 100 million self-realization. The whole world should be united together to spread the love. Let's keep all our issues at their own places, but the spreading at the top. First priority, the spreading and spreading. Because that is what Shri Mataji has given us. And it works fantastically when we all come together. तो हमारा जो चित्त है ये हमेशा सदैव प्रचार की ओर रहेगा. 10 करोड़ जागृति श्री माता जी के 100वें जन्म दिवस पर. अभी से ये प्रयास शुरू करने होंगे. We must gear up ourselves, and that's why in India, since Guru Puja, every 2 months we are hosting mass realization online programs. On 3rd January, we'll be conducting in 16 languages in 12 hours, whole day, mass realization programs. Whatever the seekers are coming, we must keep on trying. And if we are meditating well, we know Shri Mata has said, no one can divide Sahajayoga. No one can. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all brothers and sisters of the world from Shri Mata's holy residence, Pratishthan Pune. Thank you for being the part of this world tour. अफ्रीका और रसिया को हम किसी अलग दिन प्रसारित करेंगे. ये आप सब लोगों का प्यार है, इसलिए ये कार्य हो पाया है. जो भी आपको लिखना है, फीडबैक देना है, आप जरूर इसमें लिखें. There is one single toll-free line in India for spreading Sahajayoga, 1800-2700-800. Hundreds of calls are reaching every day because many seekers are waiting for their self-realization. Only we need to be ready. Shri Mataji, let's offer our prayers with the folded hand. Shri Mataji, we surrender all our worries, our future thoughts, all our personal problems at your lotus feet. हम हमारी सारी समस्याएं, चिंताएं, व्यक्तिगत कार्य आपके श्री चरणों पर समर्पित करते हैं. Please bless us to be the purest instrument of spreading Sahajayoga. हमें सहयोग फैलाने का शुद्ध माध्यम बनाए. आप 50 से अधिक देशों में गए. हमें हमारे घर के आजू बाजू में 50-100 किलोमीटर की यात्रा करने के लिए सारे संसाधन दीजिए ताकि हम आत्म साक्षात्कार का कार्य करते रहेंगे. You have toured personally more than 50 countries. Bless us to at least move around more than 50 to 100 kilometers around our cities to spread Sahajayoga. Shri Mataji, through this whole online tour, if anything has been left out, knowingly, unknowingly, if any words are used which are as per not suitable to the protocol, please forgive us. Thank you, Shri Mataji. Thank you, Shri Mataji. Thank you. जोर से जय जयकारा करते हैं जहां पर भी आप हो। सर्वशक्तिमान अवतरण इस पृथ्वी तल पर आया और हम खुद पूरे विश्व में यह अवतरण ने कार्य किया है और इसके हम साक्षी हैं। बोलो आदि शक्ति श्री माता जी, श्री निर्मला देवी की जय। Big clapping for Shri Mataji. The global mother who traveled all the countries. She is the first yogini who spread Sahajayoga across the world. इनके जैसा महान योगी इस पृथ्वी तल पर नहीं हुआ जिन्होंने हर देश में इतना प्यार बांटा है। थैंक यू श्री माता जी। थैंक यू, थैंक यू, थैंक यू।
All of you are in my heart. And I love you very much. And I want you people to come as soldiers to fight with me. It's possible with the power of love.